and the internet was pissed. But I don't know if you really reacted to that. People like Ada Akenji said they're not going to show up for the Canal door, because the Canal door hasn't recognized you and stuff like that. What's your take on it?
I mean, my take on it is,
so now tell me, when you got into Empire, do you think that as young as you were, was there some level of ignorance as far as contracts were related?
a lot of things I didn't know about contracts.
Did you sign your life away?
Nah, thank God, And this is one thing, like, if anybody watching should learn, like, if you're a young artist, sometimes if you really don't know what you're doing, just pray. Because when Pete met me, first of all, I had problems with my family because I quit school. So no allowances or whatsoever.
No lodging.
In my neighborhood, that is Tambalung, my name was the kid that had left school. So I didn't even have. People wouldn't even allow the kids.
And you were already famous
to
when
be
you
around
just left
me.
school.
You know what I mean? To be around me. You understand me?
That's crazy, man.
So I was the bad guy. I was the... they would refer to me like, oh,
that kid,
don't be like Magasco. You understand?
Yeah.
I was that kind of... So I had nothing. I only had Pazzo, who would teach me how to produce, because he's also a very passionate person. I only had him. That was my family. I would just go to him. He understood me. He understood where I'm going to. He understood my talent, because we would do some crazy things in the studio. He would see where I could take this thing to. So he believed in me. Sometimes I would just sing and he would be like, wow, you could do this with your vocals? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yo, bro, don't give up. Let's do this. So he was like that immediate family now that I had. So when he moved to Yaoundé, when I'm 2 10s in Bamenda, I would just come to Yaoundé. He used to stay, he had a room. We would stay in that room, like 10 of us. So I would come.
No worries at all.
Yeah, we'll be like 10 of us in that room, and we'd just stay there, bro. I would just be happy, like, this is my family, bro. This is the people who, like, these are people who really understand me for who I am. And every time I'm trying to sing or rap, they would just accept me for who I am. And that's how I met Pete. So when I met Pete now, I heard he tried to contact me before.
Right.
Through Facebook, somebody wrote me like, oh, Pit Bacardi is trying to get to you. I was like, get out of here, man. I didn't even take that seriously. I was like, get out of here. Now, I met this friend, Amadou King, who used to be a student to my brother. I told you, my brother is a teacher.
Yeah.
So we met, and Amadou King was like, yo, bro, you could really do this. And I know Pete. We could, I could be your manager and stuff. So he was like my manager. He's the one that really, like, we signed the contract together. He signed as my manager. So shout out to him too. He's a very cool guy.
Right.
I think he's the owner of Bamboo now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, when we met Pete, I had nothing, bro. I was nobody. Like, I was going through depression. So when I was presented the contract, first of all, the whole contract was in French.
What?
And
I was guessing at the time you knew.
I was freshly from Bamenda. I would only come to Yaoundé to visit Pazzo. We would stay in the studio, basically, and just till I am done doing what I'm doing, and then I'm out of maybe my coins, and then I just find a way to pay back transport. And I used to how do we call it? Squash.
Oh.
I would pay Amumezam, Bafusam. When we get to Bafusam, hey, Bafusam, Bamenda. No, wait. They'll say Bafusam. When I need come on now, I'll just chill. Because I've paid for Bafusam. Yeah. But I'm going to Bamenda.
Right.
You understand? So I used to squash.
What?
That's what we used to call squash. But I got caught one time, bro. One time they called me, bro. Yo, that guy put me out of the bus in the middle of the night. Like, so now when the ever chief boss said, hey, this, I stood like, what am I going to do? You know? And then one woman just said, yo, leave him, I'll pay for it. Now I mean,
like, this is God.
Yeah. So basically those are my realities, man. So when I was presented that contract, I was like, yo, this man gave opportunity to the Ixmalayers, to Doug Z. Bro, I don't care. Whatever contract this guy has given, I was standing up when I signed that contract.
You didn't even read it?
No house, no allowance, nothing. I just went to the duration, 5 years. I also looked at the percentages for shows, 50%. All right, it's not bad. That's all I read. That's basically all I read. And then when I signed it, I went home, I prayed, bro. I was like, yo, I don't even know what I'm getting into right now, but God, please guide me and please help me. You know, that was it. So when I got signed, that's it. We started working, and then he really became my family because he was really all I really had. Like now, all finances. Yeah. I was able to make some finances of everything we were doing, and I was so dedicated in what I was doing. You know that, yo, I could breathe a little, and now I was on TV. I wasn't the bad kid no more in the neighborhood.
Saw you now.
You understand me?
Oh yeah.
I had to go back and look at everybody's face. Like, okay, I used to be the bad kid. Now you guys should look at me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look
like
at me now.
I would just flex around my neighborhood. Like, guys, what you think about me now? You know.
I can't believe that was the real punch on their faces.
Yeah, right. Like, because it was too much, you know. So I kind of left out of depression because of the contract. So honestly, that contract gave me my life back, and I was ready to go by the book. So I went by the book. From day one to the 5th year, I went by the book. I made sure I respected everything. So many things happened that I didn't like, both financially and even respect-wise.
Right.
You know.
You were just patient.
I was like, you know what?
Let me just finish up.
I have to be grateful because I don't want this to end in
shams.
You know? Right. And at the end, I was able to take it now to some lawyers who could just tell me, like, okay, it's not that bad, but you were really naive. So you signed this thing, you really needed some help. Reason why I'm saying don't sign a contract without seeking for some legal help or assistance. I'm talking to you guys, okay. So they advised me to just chill and not create any chaos at the end. Just, you know, at the end of the contract, I should propose. I shouldn't quit. I should propose what I want. And that's exactly what I did. You know, at the end of the contract, I waited 6 more months.
Oh, that's like 5 years, 6 months.
Yeah, I waited like 6 more months thinking on how I'm going to tell them. Because still, even though I wasn't happy with so many things, I still looked at these people as my family because we've been like family.
Right.
You know, I would tell them, I would tell Pete my life. I'll tell him what's going on with maybe my girlfriend or something. I'll just tell him everything. So it was deep.
Right.
Now, you know, called for a meeting. We sat, told them, look, I don't want to leave Empire. I had this dream of mine, which is B-Boy Records. Mm-hmm. I want to partner with Empire. I want you guys to teach me this business. Mm-hmm. And please don't undermine my B-Boy Records because I'm saying this for real. I want to do this. Mm-hmm. I want B-Boy Records to stand because I want to be able to provide an opportunity to young talents, especially where I'm coming from.
Right.
Bamenda, we have a lot of talents going on there, but they don't have this opportunity because Bamenda is not a showbiz place. Boya is better.
Right.
Boya is close to Douala. Showbiz,
yeah.
Douala is like the capital of showbiz.
Right.
So Boya, they fine.
Right.
You know, if you do your math well, you can easily get it. Bamenda is like out of the world, you know.
Totally.
So
Totally.
I come from there, so I know the struggle.
Right.
I know how hard it is. So I want a record label that is directly linked to Bamenda.
Right.
That can just connect Douala, Yaoundé, Boya, and be able to just put out artists like that. You know. I told them this is why I want to do this. And plus there's certain things that have been happening financially and this that I didn't appreciate. But I feel like coming to you guys is a more mature way than trying to go rant somewhere or something.
Right.
You know, we had an agreement over it. Then later on, Universal came. Shout out to Universal. Because I think the news is I don't like Universal. Why wouldn't I like a business entity like that?
You made a press release saying that you weren't part and parcel.
Yeah, because what I was proposed didn't have B-Boy Records.
Oh.
You know, after you know emphasizing like, bro, I want this thing. I literally want to leave for this thing. I tattooed B-Boy Records on my neck.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know how that can
That's
hurt.
serious.
It
That's
hurts.
serious.
That's to tell you I'm ready to die for this thing. If you put a gun on my head,
Right.
like wipe out B-Boy, I'll tell you to shoot.
Right.
You understand? I don't think they saw it the way I told them. So when Universal came, we had a conversation, and I told the then manager was Musa. I told him, look, I want B-Boy involved in anything I'm doing. I'm down. I already had a conversation with my brother Pit about me partnering with Empire, and I think he's okay with it. And where I am right now, if Universal wants to be part of the picture, I want B-Boy present. You know, so they started. I don't know what happened at the end of the day, but I didn't see B-Boy, and that was it. So, you know, I had to put out a disclaimer, like, bruh, that was the only thing I could do. I tried to make us talk on the low, like, please, guys, do what I want, propose something that I want, so we can move ahead. Nobody came to me with what I wanted. So I had to put out a disclaimer like, all right, good luck, guys. You know, it wasn't people try to make it look like, oh, I'm a bad guy. In the first place, I ended my contract.
Right.
Instead of 5 years, I did 5 years, 6 months. Second of all, I didn't go and tell them I want to leave. I told them I wanted us to partner.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you know, I've heard all kinds of stories. I'm not a grateful person. I am like this. I am like that. You know.
Wow.
But it's all good. Now I am doing my thing, and thank God.
Doing amazing at it.
I'm doing my thing, and I thank God. And I'm actually learning the hard way.
Right.
But I am still grateful because I am really learning. There are so many things I feel like even if I had to partner with them, there are so many things I wouldn't have known, because I am really seeing so many things. I'm in a position where there's nothing that can happen with Magasco without me knowing the every angle of it. So now I'm able to see like everything, you know. So I'm really learning.
So was signing with Universal, what did that mean all of your products were going to be owned by Universal?
I don't know. Me, I just
you didn't just want to be associated without B-Boy.
Yeah, I just wanted a situation where B-Boy Records is associated.
Okay.
Because throughout my life, I can say 85% of my songs, I am co-producer. I'm talking about actual production. You know, from composing to production to performing the song.
Right.
About 85% of my songs. You know, which means I have that much stake.
Right.
Everything I've done. I have that huge stake of everything I've done. So I want all these things that I've done to be represented by B-Boy Records.
Right.
I know what every other person, like what Empire did, was executive production. I mean, they have their sole rights as executive producers. I don't mind, you know, but I want what is mine to be represented by my record label. And we could partner and do whatever thing like that. It should move from that base. I hope you guys learn it home, right? Because what I'm saying now, I'm even shocked I'm saying these things. You know what I mean?
Right.
These are the things I learned the hard way.
Right.
I didn't go to no school. I had to just learn these things in the jungle.
Exactly.
You understand? So basically, that's what happened. I'm just being a businessman. I'm just being an entrepreneur where I am right now. And whatever stories are happening, I give it to time.
Right.
If people saying what they're saying, I have facts with what I'm saying.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
So is it 2019 where there was the Golden Boy, aside the album that you dropped that year, which was epic. You also had the Golden Boy concert, the show.
Yeah.
At where's the multi-purpose sports center in which was fire. But one of the things that caught my attention the time was when you were about to perform Zamba, one of your songs, and you broke down on stage, got down on your knees and you wept out and you spoke about Bamenda so intensely.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I remember. But the internet comes in 2020 to point fingers at you. They have really not said anything about a crisis going on in your homeland. How did you take that?
Bro, I took it. I'm used to it. Because one thing I've noticed with social media is people come from different places at different times with different mentalities. We might be talking about something right now. I'm like, for instance, during the concert, I break down because I had so many emotions. First, I was thinking about what I've been through, my life, just to be able to stand in front of a crowd and sing. I thought about my mother too was there.
Right there.
You know, I looked at my mother. I saw how proud she was after everything we've been through just for me to do this. And then I thought of my homeland because the plan was to be able to do the Golden Boy concert in Bamenda.
Right.
And then, Yaoundé, and then later on Bamenda.
Right.
So the Zamba song, when I did it when the crisis just started. So in the video, we just mentioned what was happening in Bamenda, the northwest and southwest, and then there was a news flash at the beginning of the video where they talk about the northwest and the southwest and also the Boko Haram at the north. So when that emotion, everything just came over me and things were only getting worse. So I don't even know when I went down to my knees and I started crying. Because Zamba is a very genuine song. Yeah. It's a song I wrote from a very genuine place. I didn't do it for buzz. I didn't do it for fame. There are songs we do for buzz. There are songs we do for fame. Right. That particular song, I just did it. And it was emotional. So while performing, I started crying and I went down to my knees because I remember I was talking. We all know what is happening in the northwest and the southwest.
Totally get it.
So I was trying to talk. So at one point my voice cracked. Oh my God. So at one point my voice cracked and I just started crying.
Right. I remember so well.
And after that, 20% of the concert, as promised, what I made for myself, I sent it to I think there was this group of people. They reposted after, like, oh, Magasco, as promised, sent us 20% of what he made as profit from his concert. Oh, that was because I made a promise. Right. Like, I'm going to give this to the IDPs. Right. Bro, I did it, I didn't do it for fame.
You sent, and that wasn't even announced or put anywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't on social media.
Yeah. So I did it, and when they thanked me, I was all right. I was grateful. I didn't even do it for that, And I've been doing other things. I've been talking. We've been having debates on my page over the crisis. Like, I've been bringing my point of view. Guys, how can we? I would be like, guys, don't you think dialogue is the best solution for this? Mm-hmm. People will come like, no, we want our land free. We're going to get it by war or by this.
And then dialogue comes.
So I would tell them, bro, we could do this by dialogue. Like, we would talk and talk and talk, and sometimes we agree to disagree. But I'm talking. I've been vocal about this.
Totally.
I've been vocal about this,
and you've made actions.
And then we've done so many things that have I've participated just to be able to make my point clear. Like, please, guys, we need genuine dialogue. Like, to me, that is the ultimate solution.
Totally.
You know.
Totally.
And in the other hand, when Corona started, I remember I partnered with Phi Collins to provide some
Right. I remember.
some food, some hand sanitizers, face
Right.
masks to the local people, especially the aged.
Right.
And at one point, Samuel Eto'o supported the movement with
Right.
some more food. We were
Right.
able to reach about 800 people, I guess.
Wow.
So we started from Chobo to maybe Bambili.
And you were physically present?
Yeah, one time I went to deliver the food,
Okay.
but I had to leave because I was going through a
Right.
lot.
Right.
And
Okay.
basically, I've been doing these things, you know. If somebody wakes up in the morning and just feel like, oh, he didn't see any of these things, which is true. Somebody can wake up and never heard about any of these things that I've been doing or seen it anywhere and just be like, oh, Magasco, what have you been doing for the past you have not been doing anything, Massa, get out. All right, fine.
It's you and your conscience.
That's that's up to you.
Right.
You know, I know I'm trying my best.
Right.
I'm not going to kill myself. I am not. I moved to Yaoundé. That was not it. That was not the plan.
Right.
So I'm also waiting for things to get better.
Right.
Because Bamenda was the plan. B-Boy Records was supposed to be a Bamenda thing.
Right.
I already built a studio. The studio is there rotting. It was just me trying to give back to the community.
Right.
And right now it's not stable. So we cannot go with the plans, you know? So basically, whatever thing anyone, thinks about me and the crisis is up to them, you know? It affects me the way it's affecting me, and I'm doing what I can do at my level.
Lastly, coming to recent times, one of the things that I've noticed about your career is that you're one of the most, shall I say, progressive growth. When we're talking about progressive growth, I mean, artists have come into the industry, just made one hit, and they're out of the scene. Or they just go so fast, and then they just make this buzz that goes around, and they're out of the scene. But you've been there consistently. I mean, when I'm talking about consistently, I mean, there is literally no year that you're not putting out content, and it's back to back. And then there's been progressive growth. It's not something that you just, and then you disappear. But I don't think that the Canal door has seen it as such over the years. And the internet was pissed. But I don't know if you really reacted to that. People like Ada Akenji said they're not going to show up for the Canal door, because the Canal door hasn't recognized you and stuff like that. What's your take on it?
I mean, my take on it is, if Canal feels I need to work, then I have to go get to work. That's my take on it. If they feel like, oh, Magasco is not doing enough, then I have to go to work. I didn't take it badly, because there is this thing that happened. When something is happening, especially that period, I want to give a special shout out to Ada. Yeah. That was a brother. He stood up. To see somebody standing up for you, man, I can only say, yo, thank you, and I appreciate it, but my take in it is, if Canada thinks I am not putting enough work, then I have to get to work some more. I'll just have to work some more. I remember I did this post during that period. Mm-hmm. I said, maybe I need to change my name. Bruh, I've been doing so many things. I do a lot of posts all the time. As I said, even during the crisis, sometimes I put out a post for us to have a conversation. When I start seeing it going left, I delete it, because I don't want it to look like I brought up something. So I delete it because, for the sake of peace. Right. And sometimes I can do a post about maybe a lady. Maybe I want people to laugh. Right. And people take it personal, like, oh, how can you be talking about a lady like that? I'm like, no, okay, you don't get the point. Let me delete. You understand? Okay. I posted this thing saying maybe I'll change my name from Bamenda. I didn't say anything about no awards. I didn't say nothing. I said maybe I'll change my name from Bamenda Boy to Graphy Boy. Maybe people are going to take me more seriously. That was me trying to make people laugh.
Right.
Graphy Boy or Bamenda Boy is the same thing.
The same thing.
It's the same meaning, you know?
Truly.
So me just saying that was trying to make people laugh. And it coincided with the period where people were ranting like, why is Magasco not into this?
Right.
Why is Magasco not part of this? You know? So basically, people came and took the thing I posted and started saying I was talking about an award. I was talking about Canal d'Or. I'm trying to be tribalistic. As you know, and that was more stupid because even if you say I was trying to be tribalistic, is Bamenda a tribe?
Is it a tribe?
You're making yourself look stupid. Right. I wasn't even talking about a tribe or anything. So, but I saw it going left. I had to delete the post, you know, but I couldn't come to be explaining to people, oh, I wasn't talking about this, I wasn't talking about that. But people have the screenshot. If you look at what I said, it had nothing to do with no award. I just said I could change my name from this to this, and I promised my fans more music on the way. That's what I do all the time. But anyways, as I said, my take on it is I'm going to work harder. Maybe they're going to recognize me someday.
Facts. Facts. So and to bring us to the very last, what do you think? Do we have a powerful entertainment industry?
Yeah, we have a powerful entertainment industry, but we don't have I don't think we have a powerful follow-up media.
Okay.
Our media industry is not as powerful
okay.
as the industry itself. Because the actual industry, okay, are the bloggers, the artists, you know, the producers, the actors, everybody who's just making things happen. Mm-hmm. But I think the media is not that strong enough. We have the actors, but the media, because it's the media that carries the work forward. I don't think we have a very strong media because
the media is focused on the wrong things.
I don't know, because, for instance, what the media of other countries like Tanzania, like Kenya, we are able to feel what they're doing from where we are.
Right.
So what is it that is holding us up that our media here can't be able to make them feel what we're doing here over there? It means there is a problem. It's a media problem for me because sound-wise, every day, I mean, have you listened to Asaba? Mm-hmm. Have you listened to Renew?
For real?
I'm not talking about myself. Have you listened to these things that these new artists that are coming up? They are doing amazing. So why are we not able to make them open shows, you know, festivals around the world? It means our media is not really doing something.
Totally. I'm so grateful that you came on the show today and opening to us some of the, stuff that we didn't really know about. and just like you were saying, I hope that there's some artists at home that can get this and, you know, make better decisions because we have people like you who came, saw, learned, and, you know, just followed their dreams irrespective, you know, and I'm so excited. Thank you.
Anytime, brother. Done, no.
Thank you. All right. Good.